Finally, they're beginning to talk about the emerging markets. I mean, with all the problems that are going on in Europe with the euro, and the sovereign debt crisis, you know, you see, this is why I like to do this show, because you can read between the lines. You can see where the allegiance is. I mean, the ECB, the IMF, and everybody else for that matter is just pumping money, pumping money into Europe to try to make it work. Other governments are trying to remodify their budgets and restructuralize how they deal with their debt, how to stimulate the economy. And of course, borrowing more money with junk bonds, okay? Because really, what Europe needs to get out of this mess is collateral. They're going to need collateral, and they need so much liquidity just to balance the debt, because the money that they borrow, $1 is going to go towards the debt and the other is going to go towards stimulating the economy. That breaks the debt in half. That means that the bonds are still not going to be enough to carry or eradicate the debt completely. Money has to be generated, and if the ECB is ever going to think of printing more money, then they better have a new source of collateral in which to back that new currency. And that's not going to happen because we have depleted all of our natural resources. And the resources that are available are under very dangerous hands. So what is it going to take to balance the score? Think about it. Okay? Because here is Latin America saying, well, wait a minute. God, what about our debt? What about our ability to apply for loans to take care of our sovereign debt? We don't want to ask you for money because you might turn us down because all of your money is going to bail out Europe. Ain't nothing left in the pot for everybody else. This is how the emerging markets are thinking, and they're absolutely right. I mean, China's stocks just fell, and it's fallen. Japan is, they're playing catch up and they're scrambling, and their own yen, finally, they're breaking it down, but it's still working against them. So everyone's scrambling. Everyone. So where are they going to get the collateral? Europe, particularly, to be able to offset the debt and be able to then stimulate some kind of value in which to be able to uplift their bonds. Where is it going to come from? Is another war needs to be launched in order to do that? Because that's what's next. That's what's next. Don't get it twisted. I mean, read between the lines of what's going on. That's why I said that if there's going to be a 2012 doomsday scenario, it's going to come from the economic, and it's going to hit us by surprise. That's the Antichrist. That's the true Antichrist. Is he who stands behind that button. Because pressing that button to cause the printing of more money can only lead to one thing: inflation. And if we have inflation because we don't have the collateral to back up that new printing of money, and the debt that's already there with the junk bonds ain't gonna be enough, then how are we gonna balance it? We're gonna be like that mouse in the wheel, playing catch up. Okay. The markets are very quiet right now. Nothing's going on. A lot of rally. All eyes are on Europe, particularly Italy. One of the speakers in their Congress actually broke down, started crying. Because, they have to extend the age of retirement for the Italian citizens. She just busted out, started crying. So that Italy is in big trouble. And, and that's only the beginning.